Hey y'all, I'm back. What's going on? How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Remember, that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you're meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. What y'all want to talk about? What you want to talk about? Mind is a terrible thing to waste. Let's see. Let us figure this out individually as well as collectively. I feel like I'm just bullshitting, wasting time, right? That's all I'm doing, trying to decide what cards I want to use. I hadn't figured this out before I got here. Nope, I hadn't done that. And I'm kind of feeling a little stuck, y'all. Let's see what Granny got to say. Let's see what Granny gonna lead us. Because I picked up on this energy earlier today. Excuse me, Mr. Mouse. Get away from my buttons. So, Granny, what you got to say for the collective? And then we'll build off of this energy, okay, guys? It's snowing again. Snowing again. I went out to see what it was like out there. Yeah, it's wet. It's raining and snowing. I went out to have a cigarette and a coffee. Yucky. Spirit, what's this message? We got courageousness and returning. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Every goodbye ain't gone. Okay. I also heard every loss ain't a loss. Okay. Always prioritize honesty and integrity, even if it leads to negative consequences. See, every loss ain't a loss. That's what I'm talking about. But stand in your truth, right? Stand in the truth. If your truth ain't the truth and you know it's not the truth, then don't, you know what I'm saying? Stand in the truth. Be honest, right? Have integrity. Always have that above everything. Although something or someone may have gone astray, right? Or disappeared, it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't see them or it again, right? So Spirit is saying be strong, right? And you know, I kind of, you know, talked about this the other day about how us having to, you know, let go, you know, of our attachments to people because, you know, we want to be there for them, we want to help them, we want to support them, and we want to, you know, help them to pick themselves up. But sometimes in doing that, we block God's work. We don't allow them to learn the life lesson. Right? Because we want to shield them. We don't want them to feel the pain because we already did, right? Because we already been through it. So we know how hard it was for us to get through. And like, you know, I say, if God brought you through it, what makes you think he ain't strong enough to bring anybody around you through it? Right? Talk about that. Listen, you keep people in your prayers, baby, and you stay protected. You stay prayed up. That's why. You trusted God, right? That's what you did. They got to call on him just like you had to call on him. This ain't no, I call on him and you can tag along. It don't work like that. Prepare for unexpected moments by memorizing a comforting prayer and staying connected to your faith, because that's what's going to get you through those emotional times where you feel empathy and compassion and you can feel other people's pain, especially if you're empathic. You know what I mean? If you're a very nurturing and loving person, if you know what I'm saying? If you believe in God and you surrender to God, then you're about love. And you feel deeply and you can feel other people's pain because that's who God is. God feels our pain. You think he don't? Why would he allow us to feel others if he couldn't feel ours? When he led the people out of Egypt, he said, I felt their pain, their cry, their oppression. They were crying out to God, man, for a way. And he provided it. Just like when we cry out, when we're in pain and despair and loss and confusion, we call out for clarity, for his presence, for him to be known more fully. Come on, Spirit. Look. Pay attention to those people around you. See, and the people that you're trying to protect could be the very ones that are trying to harm you. That's why he says, move and get out the way, surrender it, give it to me. Jesus said, I bear the yoke, I'll bear that yoke, but you attach yourself to me, and your burdens will be light. He didn't say you wouldn't have them, he said they'd be light. Because we all got burdens, we all got to plow our own way. We all are in charge of our own destinies. What we gonna make of it with the gifts and the blessings that God bestows upon us? Are we gonna plow a new foundation and plant good seeds, or are we gonna squander it? Are we gonna squander our lives? Are we gonna squander the blessings and the gift that God has given us within us to prosper? Spirit. And we're never going to be allowed to touch those blessings, right, until we surrender to his will. Understand that. That's our reward. Spirit, what's going on? And God saying, don't conform again to the way that you were. You cannot. And you cannot go back, and can nobody attach themselves. If you allow somebody to attach themselves to you, that means you're going to stay in that pit. You're not coming out. Because each one of us has to go through our own judgment in order to elevate. Each one. It ain't no me and my family. It ain't no me and my kids. It ain't no me and my man. It's just me. And those that choose to follow in the same way have to get their own relationship with him. See, you can't go through the back door. You have to go through the door. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Compliment. It is intended to complement darker skinned people. It's said that the darker the person's skin tone, the sweeter their love. The closer they are to the vine, baby. You see that? You see them berries still on the vine? You see them berries still on the vine. Thank you, Spirit. You remain in me and I will remain in you. Without me, nothing. You can create nothing. Nothing will become fruitful. Nothing will prosper in your life. That's what he said. All skin folk ain't kin folks. You could have some people in your family that, they don't believe, right? They ain't seen the evidence. What evidence? Evidence is your life. How you living, how you feel. That's the evidence. That's the evidence. Are you in turmoil? Are you in addictions? Are you unstable? Are you homeless? Are you going through some shit? Are you losing your job, your wife, your kids, your home, your car? Are you losing your looks? What is decaying in your life? And you're going to talk about evidence. Indebted. As long as I owe you money, you will never go broke. Indebted. Someone who promises to pay money they know they cannot and may never, and they never will. So somebody could have stole some money from you. This could have been family. They didn't like you. They didn't like what you stand for. They don't like what you say. They don't like you telling the truth. They don't like you forcing people to look at themselves in the mirror. They don't like you being the mirror. I heard you are the oracle. You are the mirror. A reflection. A reflection of who I am, who I was, who I want to be, who I pretend to be, who I'm afraid to be. You're a reflection of my shortcomings. my failures, my regrets, my shame, my guilt. You're a reflection. Come on, Spirit. Look at this card, man. Let me show y'all something, right? You see that ring she got on? That's a crown, right? This is giving me the energy of somebody that's so close to God that this is somebody that's committed to the Lord. This is somebody that's committed to Spirit. This is somebody that's lived their life, right, the way they want it to, right? And we all do, because when we make choices, those are choices we make at the time. You know, whether they be right or wrong in your eyes or anybody else's, right? We do what we do. But this is somebody that is staying connected. You see how close she is to that vine? She ain't never letting that go. You understand me? This is Jesus. This is divine, baby. She's like, this is my husband. This is my spouse. Man. Ooh, that's deep. I think that's a message. That's a message in itself. Like, stay close. Stay close. Stay close to him. Stay close to him. Let's get some tarot. Ooh, come on now. I like it. I love it. All right, where we going? Let's get some. Let's do the modern witch. Let's do the modern witch. Because that's what they call us, right? They call us witches. We got the Wheel of Fortune, Temperance, and the Queen of Pentacles. They say we're wicked because we know things, we see things. It's you know what? It's really, when you get to know yourself, when you get to really look at how you move, your behaviors, what triggers you, what makes you tick, you know what I'm saying? When you really examine how you act and how you behave and what really is, you know what I'm saying? Them triggers and shit like that, your trauma, your heartache, all of that shit. You can see it in anybody. But when we refuse to look at ourselves, we can never, the only reflection we're going to see is the reflection of who we're pretending to be out here in this world. But when you start looking at yourself, looking within, right? When you start doing that shadow work, because we talked about that with my back. Listen, you better get busy, because I have. You know what I mean? There's a few people that have. Right? But anyway. Yeah. Chariot, yeah. Forward movement. Unstoppable movement. Alone. Yeah, I feel like you're somebody that is going to always have stability, because look at all the vines and the roses and the bushes and the rabbit multiplication. Listen. You're always going to have some kind of stability in your life, because not only are you staying close to source, right? Not only that, but it's what you give out into the world that comes back, that grows too. Remember, I told you about plowing, right? We're the horse, and we are that troll. I think that's what it's called, right? You know what I'm saying? And with Jesus, we're yoked, and we're planting seeds, and we're creating as we go. You know, we plant seeds, and where your seeds are planted, right? There's growth, there's connection, there's communication, there's witnessing of your testimony, right? There's witnessing of the light. There's witnessing of the good and the grace and the mercy of God, right? What we got here? Who this? We got a King of Swords. He's in reverse. He was turned up. Oh, Spirit said he was turned up. Somebody turned up. That's what I'm hearing. All right, the King of Swords. This could be somebody that's very combative. I'm picking up a combative energy, because they got their sword up and got their legs crossed, which means they're not open to receiving. You hear me? They're very closed off energy. All right? Somebody that sits in their truth, Okay? King of Swords could also be a protector, right? But in this instance, the energy I'm picking up, this is a person. So let's keep going. We got the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. This could also, with this sword pointing to this black of the berry, sweet of the juice card, this is also telling me that somebody believes in the same thing that you believe in, all right? Like that's the truth because it's pointing right at you. Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody could feel abandoned. Or maybe this could be you, collective. Maybe you could have felt this way or feel this way, left out. But that looks like a church or a shelter or something like that, right? That to help people. Maybe you could have felt like you didn't have any support. Spirit, what's this meant to? Yeah, you had to tell the truth to shame the devil. You had to stand in your own truth, right? And people may have walked away from you. That's what I'm picking up, right? Yeah. People may, but you didn't leave. You didn't leave your post. You didn't move away from that vine. You stay connected. You stay connected. You stay connected. Come on, Spirit. Ooh, come on now. Shit, look at that. The star. That's right. Yes, you chose to heal. You chose to allow God to do what he was doing in your life, man. Listen, you chose to become a source. Come on now. So whatever is growing in your life is an extension of God working in your life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's growing outside of you, whatever you're creating, whatever you're sharing with others is an extension from God, right? Thank you, Spirit. Look, yeah, you may have had to defend yourself an awful lot. All right, you may have had to overcome a lot of conflict, a lot of naysayers, a lot of resistance, a lot of people trying to block you. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people may have come against you or what you believe, but you stood your ground. And you claimed, your land, right? You claimed your position. Thank you, Spirit. We got a Knight of Pentacles. People may have tried to, if it's it the other way, the way I see it, people may have tried to get you to give up on what you believe in, what you've been working on. Okay, with this Knight of Pentacles, let me see the way I see it. If I turn it this way, can y'all see it now? Does it? Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. People may have tried to offer you, very little, just try to buy you out of your beliefs, try to get you to walk away from whatever you've been working on or this healing process that you've been in. Yeah. People may have tried to make you feel like what you were investing in wasn't going to grow, right? The Ace of Cups, I heard in reverse. I feel like people may have withheld this Ace of Cups energy from you. And that was so that you could give up, basically. So that you could detach yourself. See, here it is. This is what I'm hearing. You know how God says, how it says that, when you follow guidance, that you're going to have all these blessings and stuff in your life. Well, somebody was trying to create obstacles for you so that you wouldn't receive those blessings on the 3D. Understand what I'm saying to you, right? So it looked like, made you feel like God wasn't favoring you. But let me tell you something. Don't be fooled by the devil. That's the tactic of the devil. See, when you're focused on the 3D and it ain't there, then you could lose interest and lower your vibration. But see, you ain't focused on the 3D. You got your eye on the Lord. You stay close to the vine, baby. All right? Ain't nothing on the 3D. Ain't nothing worth shit on the 3D. You recognize that shit. Everything's in the 5D. That's of value. You understand? Your spirit, your soul is what creates the abundance in your life. Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Cups. You may have felt like it was never going to come. Or maybe, the devil was trying to get you to turn away from your investment, what you've been plowing, those seeds you've been planting. Right? Unconditional love, overflow of love. If you ain't focused on that shit, you ain't going to miss that shit. And that's when you learn how to heal. If you're focused on love, then if you don't have it, you're going to miss it. But if you ain't focused on it, you ain't going to miss it. Right? Right. Listen. Sleepless nights. Nine of Swords, somebody's in regret. They don't want me to talk about that. Somebody's in regret for some actions that they took. Look, I'm telling you, they was connected to the devil, and now they know that this shit is over. Somebody regrets doing and behaving and whatever actions they took. Right? Those swords. They were bound by the devil. And it was all to sabotage you, right? To create hardships for you. I told you, this is what I'm talking about. They didn't want to help you. They didn't want to support you. They watched you push through and trust God, right? They watched you. They didn't lend a single hand to help you. They were bound by, and they did that out of envy. Listen, they did it out of envy because you were making a decision to do something different. They attacked you. Actually, I feel like they ran you off. I feel like they ran you off. And here you are, right? This is what you're looking at, baby. You got a new beginning coming. Your seeds are starting to bear fruit because you continue to nurture, even though you had to do it by yourself and it was very slow. But you know why things take so long? Well, in this situation, so that you can see. Just before your fruit was about to pop out, just before those petals come, you know, like with an apple orchid, you get petals, you get a flower before you get the fruit. Hello? You get a flower before you get the fruit. Just before you were about to bear this fruit that you got going on here, right? That you stayed close to God with, that you prayed over, right? Those seeds, those berries got a lot of seeds in them. They always get stuck in my teeth. You know what I'm saying? God had to show you some things. You had to see some things. You had to learn some lessons. You had to overcome some obstacles. You had to overcome attachments. You had to overcome codependency. You had to overcome abandonment. You had to overcome isolation, feeling isolated, because everything about you was connected to outside. Nothing about you is connected to yourself when you're in this lonely energy, when you're in this energy like this. Nothing. But when you choose to push through, you learn how strong you really are. Right? You learn how to disconnect yourself from the emotions, from the pain, or succumb to that shit. Now what you gonna do, sink or swim? You learn how to let it go, man. Listen, it's an emotion, it's a feeling. You can choose to feel it or not. You don't have to feel hurt. You don't have to feel deception. You don't have to feel none of that shit, but you can see it. Yeah, until we learn how to regulate our emotions, yes, it's going to hurt. We're going to feel it. But when we see somebody do some shit, we can learn to be like, listen, that's your dumb shit. I'm not going to let you project that fucking hate and that pain onto me because you choosing to make a fucked up choice. That ain't got shit to do with me. It ain't gonna make me feel no way except like you're dumb. Because I learned how to regulate my emotions when I was alone in the pit. When I had to sink or swim, let these fuckers pull me down or move on. That's their shit. Their emotions that they ain't dealing with. That's their trauma that they gotta heal. That's them learning how to use their emotions to manipulate other fucking people. Stop playing with me. Child, listen. Stop playing with me. No. We ain't doing that today. No, sir. Ain't nobody trapped. Look, Page of Cups. Somebody else is, though. The Spirit said that's what the justice is. That they're in this energy of being trapped because of all this. Look, all the toxic behaviors. Now, those emotions that they try to create in somebody else's life, that they listen to the devil saying, if you treat them like this, then they're going to feel like this, and then, Look. Everything they did, right? They bound themselves. They bound themselves. You see them swords they threw? They regret that shit because it's all around them. All around them. All that the emotions and all those things they wanted you to emit, you rejected it. You said, no, I don't want to feel like that. No, I don't care. I don't care if you slept with my boyfriend or my husband. That's your problem. You the one that got to fucking look at that. I don't. There's no reflection on me. And own that shit. Because it don't have no reflection on you. When other people make fucking choices, it ain't got no reflection on you. What they try to attempt, that's where you sink or swim. Recognize what they trying to do. They trying to make you emote some kind of emotion. Get out of here. Spirit, what's this message? Bullshit. Empty fucking cups. And you looking right at this person like, yo, for real, I know who you are. And that ain't nothing but some sugar that I'm probably going to have to go to the fucking dentist and have my teeth fixed. I recognize this. Every time you've given me that cup in the past, it was nothing in it. It only caused me pain. Recognize the pattern. You recognize the pattern. Thank you, Spirit. Child, listen. Ten of Swords. This is what they wanted. They wanted you to be in darkness. They wanted you to feel alone, unable to get up, can't do nothing, don't feel worthy. Just lay the fuck down, right? Don't even live life. Just disappear. That's what the fuck they wanted. I swear they tried to run you off. I swear they did. They wanted you to just be gone. Nothing about you. Ain't no light about you. I heard they tried to put your lamp out. Yeah, they wanted to put your light out. Thank you, Spirit. You're too, man, listen, Emperor, somebody wanted some kind of control. Yep, this is somebody that's very closed off to. Somebody could be very religious, or they could practice some kind of religion. All right? Somewhere they could actually be held in honor in this, or looked up to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Five of Swords, man, listen. This person was envious of you. They wanted other people to hurt you too. They included other people to come against you to hurt you. And it might have done that, people that you wouldn't expect, but this person recruited a lot of people to fucking come against you. Thank you, Spirit. And what do they see? They see that God has put a protection around you. God has held you close just like you held him close. Come on, Spirit. And they see that your fruit is your plants, your seeds are bearing fruit. Come on now. And now they know what Spirit say. Test the fruit. The fruit is, what fruit do you see being produced in someone's life? That's how you'll know how attached or unattached they are. Thank you, Spirit. That's why they out here playing. Listen, you ain't got to say nothing. You see everything. Just because you ain't saying nothing, you ain't making no moves. That's because, especially with the swords, you ain't fighting back. You ain't gossiping. You ain't attacking. You just minding your business. Look, keeping your fucking emotions in check. Watching the enemy flounder, I heard, like a fish out of water. Thank you, Spirit. Listen. Page 1, yeah, you're on to bigger and better things. Queen of Cups, I can't make it up. Yes, it's time for you. Yep, some new land to conquer, I heard. Come on, Spirit. What's going on here? This definitely could be family. This could be like a matriarch of a family. Yeah, people are more concerned about their image than they are about their damn souls. That's what it is. Because they know they're not. They know. Yeah, somebody could be very religious. Somebody could live in a box. And I'm not saying nothing about religion, because that's how I found God. That's how I found Jesus. Don't get it twisted. It was in the church. I had to hear it from somewhere. Thank you, Spirit. But throughout my life and on this journey, I've learned to have a relationship with him personally, from me and him, just me and him, not by no third party. A third party led me to him, but I created that with me and my God by myself. And he showed me what I needed to know. For me, for my journey. My journey ain't your journey. God could tell you something to do something else, be somewhere else. But I damn sure promise you he ain't telling you to attack no fucking body. I promise. Thank you, Spirit. And that's that. We got a King of Pencil out here. Queen was out here too, right? Four of Swords. Somebody's in regret. It could be somebody in your family. I'm telling you. Somebody that's very... This person could have stability, but they're so focused on money. Yeah, somebody's in regret. Well, yeah, this is family. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, they collaborated. We already know that. They collaborated to make things harder for you, to not assist you. They didn't want to lend a hand. They didn't want to help you sow those seeds, right? They felt like if they didn't assist you, it wasn't gonna happen. But see, that's where God steps in. That's where your test becomes a testimony. And they become witnesses. They can lie all they want to, but they become witnesses to God's work in your life. Single, sexy, and successful. Hello. Come on, Spirit. Look, because their rituals did not work. And they never will. Okay, you can't slide through the back door. And you know daggone well, God ain't finna let nobody set his baby up. Are you kidding me? You think God finna let his chosens walk into fucking traps? Huh? Come on, man. Make that make sense. Listen. Achievement in reverse. Oh, they didn't want you to have this. They tried to stop it. I heard somebody else wanted some kind of achievement. Achievement in reverse. They were trying to stop your achievements, and whatever they were doing, they didn't achieve it either. So, how about that? Whatever they was trying to do, it didn't work out for them. Yeah, somebody could. The Emperor and the Death. I didn't pick up that energy till just now. Achievement in reverse. They tried to cause an ending to you. Yeah, they didn't want you to have no kind of recognition. They didn't want people to see you, in your life. You're very good at whatever it is you do. You deserve it. I'm hearing like this is like the #1 mom kind of award. They didn't want to see you as a mother. Yeah, with the Queen of Cups. Come on, Spirit. They didn't want to see you as a mother. That's what I get. They didn't want to celebrate you. Ooh, child. Rich guy in reverse. What is this? What is going on here? Love spell in reverse. Flying monkeys in reverse because you can see beyond the veil. Wow. What the heck? Yes. Look, the sweetheart. Man, in reverse. They tried to cause an ending to everything in your life. Wow. Everything they felt like you deserved, they didn't want you to have it. But see, this is how the 3D level thinking is. They think that everything that happens for us is all merited by our works. You feeling me? But it's really the universe allowing us to achieve things, to gain these things. And then when we get these things, how are we gonna act with it? That determines how our future goes. Whether we will be more blessed or less. If we're doing things and we're helping the community and we're helping us to elevate, then our blessings will not be blocked. Why would they? Why should they? Because we're putting out good into the universe. So we're stocking the storehouse so that when we need it, we can have it. But when you're out here trying to block others' blessings, honey, I promise you, the universe is going to give you back what you asked for, what you deserve. What did you put in the storehouse? Oh, you tried to block our #1 seller from selling? So that put us in a deficit in the storehouse? Is that right? You owe. You get back what you put out. Come on, Spirit. Somebody didn't want you to achieve nothing. They didn't want you happy. They didn't want you to be at peace and in blessed. They didn't want it. This deck is upright. Yeah, they didn't want you to listen. They didn't want you to have nothing. No relationship, no stardom. They didn't want people to recognize you, to appreciate you, to applaud you, to acknowledge you, to be seen in the light. Golly. This Six of Cups is giving me like somebody giving somebody some kind of item with a spiritual attachment to it. Okay, with magic on it. Thank you, Spirit. Somebody could have tried. You knew. Look how you looking at this person like for real. Like they think you don't know. This could even been since you was a fucking child. Somebody could have been giving you shit with voodoo and shit on it. Come on, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. To try to block your luck. Yeah, this Emperor. They didn't want you to heal. They didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to be out here helping others making no kind of achievements. They didn't want you happy. They didn't want you to love. Man, listen, somebody really, if this was an emperor, if this was a parent or an older sibling, okay, I promise this is somebody that's been doing this for a very long time. Priestess, I can't make it up. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look, they wanted you to let go of your faith. They wanted you to let go of the vine. They wanted you to detach yourself from source. God, priest in reverse. Look at this shit here. This is somebody that's very religious. You're the priestess. They're the priest in reverse. This is somebody that's lost their faith. Yes. Ooh, and their divinity. Come on, Spirit. Look at this. Somebody lost their way. Abandonment. Somebody's got abandonment issues. Yeah, somebody doesn't believe. Somebody doesn't have faith. You're the high priestess. And you know why you're the high priestess? Because you're very close to God. So God shows you the enemy's moves. Just like that's like he's done centuries and centuries before now, right? Since the beginning, he showed Moses. He showed everybody. All those that he called upon to lead, right? He showed them the enemy's move in battle and everything, right? Come on, man. Listen, I keep cutting the card on the same thing. Somebody didn't want this for you, and somebody has definitely listened. Look at this shit. Somebody wants you to shut up. Somebody doesn't want you to be able to speak. Somebody doesn't want you to be able to do anything. They want your hands to be bound. Somebody tried to bind you. Somebody tried to bind you. Yes, they did. Ooh-wee. Yes, they did. Ooh, and they have health concerns. Somebody's sick. Whoever this priest is, or priestess, whatever in reverse, they sick. Yeah, they could be in the hospital, right? I heard it could be terminal. Spirit, what's going on here with this energy? Yeah, because you tell the truth and you shame the devil. You have courage. You're very courageous energy. And people may have walked away from you, you know? Yeah, people chose to betray you. I heard you had a lot of Judases in your life. A lot of people turned against you. A lot of people. But it could be because of somebody creating illusions, not just on the physical level, but in the spiritual realm as well. Look. Hello? Yeah. What's going on here? And emotional pain. Listen, what did I say? You learn how to regulate your pain. You're no longer holding on to the pain and the emotion of these people's betrayals and backstabbings and its Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands energy. You're no longer holding on to that emotion, right? You release that emotion. You're able to move about freely. You know what happened. You remember what it felt like when it happened, but you ain't living in it. You said, okay, that's what that is, and you put it over there and sat it down. You don't have to keep reliving that emotion. You don't have to keep feeling that pain. Come on, Spirit, what's this message? Somebody could want to come towards you because they feel stuck, right? Because they know that everything that they did, now they're starting to feel the shame and the guilt and the remorse around it, right? But still, somebody was giving you shit that had spell work on it. Period. I said it, and it was the Emperor. You know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, somebody that was trying to cause death to your life. Period. Physically, emotionally. 3D. Oh, that seemed legal. And I could have some legal issues. Listen, I'm telling you, somebody didn't want you to have shit to your manifestations. Period. Am I deck up right? It is and it ain't. There's a lot of reversals in this bitch. Listen, there's a lot of fucking reversals in this bitch. You ain't concerned about no death magic. But they are. This is what they wanted. They wanted you worrying about, oh my God, I'm going to die when? What time? Or this could be somebody else that's stuck in that fucking energy, knowing that it's coming back to their ass. And they can't think. They can't do shit because they stuck. They don't know when it's going to come back, when it's going to happen. What's going on here, Spirit? That's sad. What's this message? What's going on? I'll jump out at once now. What's going on here, Spirit? Money. They wanted you to be upset about money or some kind of money. Ooh, some kind of trust rituals in reverse again. Somebody could have did something about your money. Listen, they didn't want you to fucking... This is repetitive. They didn't want you to be who God meant for you to be. They didn't want you to shine. They didn't want people to see. See, this is... Let me tell you about the enemy, right? And how the enemy will use anybody, anything that's close to you. That's why that pain hurts so much. That's why it's important for chosen ones, right? To have that discernment around their emotions, and especially with people they love. Because you are chosen for a purpose. An important purpose. So the enemy must stop you by any means fucking necessary. And that means through your family, your friends, your loved ones, your children. Don't take it fucking personal. It'll use anybody. Any fucking body. And that's where they're hoping that you fucking break down because goddamn, my baby that I carried in my belly, the ones that I sacrificed my life for to make sure they came forth, yeah, them, all of them, it don't matter. It don't matter. The purpose is to stop the assignment. The assignment will not be fucking stopped. And people will be removed before they get in God's way. Understand what I'm telling you. Detach yourself from those that you love, man, if you're on your spiritual journey. I ain't saying you can't love them. Of course I love them. I'll be there as much as I can. But on the emotional tip, I know they'll fuck me up if I don't watch it. Because the devil's use, I know what I know. I know who I am, just like you know who you are. You know your purpose. You listen. Somebody could be going to jail. Spiritual jail, physical jail. Could have been somebody that was part of the team, wanted to come in and work for the enemy. Because they thought they was going to get some fucking reward. It's always a carrot at the end. It's always a reward, man. I promise you. He promises and they never get it. And I promise you, if you're on this journey and you turn back, you're going to regret the day you did that shit. Because God said it's going to be worse than it was the first time. And you're going to wish you didn't know what you knew. Because you're going to see yourself surrounded by that shit. And you're going to know you in fucking hell. You're going to know God has let you loose. Stay in the light, man. I'm telling you. I read that shit, man, just the other day, man. I posted it. A dog will go back to his vomit and a pig will go back into the mud pit. Earth angel, thief. They tried to steal your light, baby. They tried to steal your divinity. They tried to steal your destiny. They tried to steal you, your energy. They tried to get rid of you, honest to God, because they know who you are. The devil knows. People may not really truly understand why they've done what they've done, because they're not willing to look at the shortcomings, the insecurities, the jealousy, the envy, the covetousness. They're not willing to look at that shit. They're not willing to look at they did some sneaky shit because they needed something or wanted something that they didn't feel like they could get if they asked you. So they tried to take it from you. And they been mad because everything they took from you didn't need. You hear me? You didn't need it to shine. Because it don't come from them, it comes from source. Your abundance comes from God. It don't come from man. Man can't take it. Man didn't give it. Man can't take it away. They still ain't got that part yet. That's because they don't believe. I promise. Look, a Jezebel. This person's a Jezebel. This person is very sexually promiscuous. Yeah. They got legal issues. Jealousy and envy, I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. They tried to call judgment on you. They tried to say you was a Jezebel. That's what I heard. They said it. This court card here, that's my judgment card. Somebody tried to say you was a Jezebel. But they was just jealous and envious of you. And it could have been a man. Or men. Or women. It don't matter. Divine masculine, we got in the upright. High honor. Somebody that's held in high honor. Single, sexy, and successful. That's who the fuck you are. And it shows. Because you kept your eye on the prize. No matter what the enemy was doing on the outside. Because that's all a distraction. The enemy wants you to look over here. The enemy wants you to defend yourself. For what? Defend yourself against what? A lie? Bitch, you don't fight against no lie. You let that shit sail by. Anyway, let's get some spiritual as fuck while I let y'all go. You don't argue with a fool. You don't argue with no lie. Shit, don't even acknowledge that shit. Let people think what the fuck they want, because then later on, they're gonna look like the fucking fools. They're gonna look like the fools. I promise. Spirit, what's the message for the collective? Please and thank you. What's this message, Spirit? They wanted you to let go, baby. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. Come on now. Check your thoughts with this simple test. When you catch yourself being a jerk, respond the way you would if someone was saying that shit to you, BFF. A simple bitch please usually does the trick. Today, say as many bitch pleases to yourself as you need to shut your jerk down. Negative self-talk, right? We ain't doing it, but see, this is what somebody wanted. Somebody wanted you to feel that way about yourself, even though that wasn't who you were, so why should you feel that way? That's projection. What people say and do about you does not constitute who. If that's not how you feel inside, don't act that way. Don't fucking entertain that shit. Don't entertain that shit. And I promise you, it ain't gonna go nowhere but back to them. Because it's going to be like energy, skirted, Don't take on nobody else's. Listen, who are you? That's the only energy you should be walking in, yours.